47 years ago. He was a catcher on this field and went on to catch in college and was all conference. But he's got a wealth of baseball experience. His father played in the major leagues. His grandfather played in the major leagues. And Tim has been a major league scout for the last 35 years.
Rob and I grew up in Metro Atlanta, Buckhead, Atlanta, Georgia. And that's actually where we're filming right now. This is Frankie Allen Park, formerly known as Bagley Park. Unbelievable, right in the heart of Northwest Atlanta. A beautiful place. Atlanta itself, baseball-rich environment, always has been, more so now. Heavily populated major city that loves its baseball. As we start filming the Round Trippers, our focus will be Metro Atlanta, and as we go along, we will branch out and intend to be nationwide.
Yep.
We're going to have fun with this.
To go into other people's attics and help them explore their hidden treasures. And those hidden treasures aren't just the most valuable pieces. They're the pieces that are most valuable to you from a memory perspective. Every time I look at a piece of collectible that I have, it reminds me of my youth. It reminds me of the better times in life.
Another thing we're going to do when we get into these people's homes, we are going to ask them what each piece means to them, the value of it sentimentally, the value of it financially. We're going to ask them, find out, you guys willing to sell? You know,
It's amazing.
So there are layers to this program. Now about Rob, fascinating story. Rob and I started playing baseball out here when we were 10 years old. Good player, good athlete. You know, we played against each other. We never played on the same team, so you always had to respect him. As we were going up, Rob he chose the Army, and then he chose entrepreneurship. A leader, goes big, gets things done.
There's going to be a piece of every show. You're going to get an opportunity to bid on or purchase items in the virtual Round Trippers store.
Action!
You see a little red?
It's on.
It's recording.
We're going to see a man named Frank Fultz in Alpharetta, Georgia, another suburb of Atlanta. Frank's coming in from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where his son is there on the baseball team at Middle Tennessee State University. Sign it. So
It's in these things so it doesn't get.
That's awesome.
They're all brand new.
That's amazing.
And
Is what that is.
The fact that you've got them in boxes shut, no light at all.
No light at all,
It will not
John.
deteriorate.
No,
at
it
all.
won't. Yeah.
Wow.
16 times 24. 384 baseballs, all signed.
Yeah, all signed
Wow.
by some vintage guys too. Joe Nuxall, the youngest player
Joe
ever to be in the
Nuxall.
big leagues at age 17.
Wow.
There's two that stand out among all the prices, heads and shoulders above others. Sandy Koufax,
Yeah.
Wow.
two of them in there, and Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
Derek Sosa's 600th home run.
No way.
This is his bat.
That's awesome. Where's the
that?
sweet spot? Did he hit it?
Yeah.
Did it show?
No, he must have hit it right here
Right,
because
yeah.
I've looked on it over and over again.
Yeah.
And he gave it to
Sammy
me. He
Sosa
came
gave
in.
it to you.
During
Why'd he
the
give it to
All-Star
you?
break. He liked me.
Do you have the backspin fungo story? Is that you?
Yeah. Oh, I was coaching in college and wanted me to throw BP and hit some fungos. I got the job. Just imagine I'm in awe.
Yeah.
First time ever in a big league clubhouse, and I hit a ground ball with this bat, and the bottom spin. The ground ball should be top spin, of
Yeah.
course.
Have
That's
to
why
be.
they're ground balls.
Right.
So I hit one that spins this way to him, and he goes like that. He walked off the field. I'm going, is that it? I just get to hit one. I didn't even know. And Pat goes, I hate to tell you this. He's the skipper. He said, but you just got let go.
Oh.
Oh, why?
What, you-
He said, this guy doesn't take ground balls that are bottom spin. You know, and it's because they were so precise, they were so good.
Yeah.
They picked it up, and they don't want to get into a habit of catching ground balls that would not be authentic.
Well-
And he was real polite about it. He says, I'm sorry, you can stay and throw batting practice if you want, but you just got kicked out in ground balls.
One swing audition.
Swing. Yeah. Because you had to find guys who were willing to take the pressure and throw strikes
Yeah.
and throw it firm.
Yeah.
And those guys can be picky.
Yeah.
You know, they're mega $1 million guys, and they
Yeah.
wanted to feel right. And always have a guy, he wanted to pitch middle in.
Yeah.
And he would say, hey, let's go. You know, he's
I
real
need it
honest.
here.
I need it here. And so now you know in business,
Yeah.
you know, you got the heebie-jeebies there.
Frank, you
know?
suited up for games with Atlanta.
Yeah, the cover of the Sports Illustrated magazine after we won the World Series in '95.
Yeah.
That's me standing right in the front.
No kidding.
Left center field. Grissom on the run. The team of the 90s has its world championship.
All these, I won. What can I say? Mr. Exit.
Yeah, we did.
By 24 miles. It happened.
All right, 2089.
Hey man,
My
Hey,
buddy.
Mike, what's
I
happening?
got one for you. You're a home run hitter.
Here's the pitch. Long fly to center, way back. One shot, it's a home run.
That's,
Yeah. Come on, man, get out of the box.
That's
Back
awesome.
around. Ah.
There he is. Seventh inning, Sunday afternoon, I'd had a few cold beers, and this usher starts walking toward me. And I'm thinking, he ain't throwing me out. He is not moving me in the eighth inning. I'm staying here. I've been here the whole game. So there's a seat empty next to me. And this old guy comes in, usher, and sits down next to me. I didn't say anything. And he goes, you got season tickets here? Because these are season tickets. So I'm taking the attitude already. And I went, no, you know what, pal? My seat's somewhere out there in those gold bleachers out there in front of the row houses. And he went, yeah, that's what I thought, because you always sit in my section, but you sit here and here and here. And I said, yeah, it's because I picked out your section. I think it's the best seat in the house. And he goes, my name's Luther Miracle. Everybody calls me Mickey. I'm Mickey Miracle. He shook his hand, stuck his hand out, had his little to-go lunch with him, and he goes, anybody likes baseball enough to come to the game by themselves as often as you do can sit in my section as long as they want to.
That's great.
I sat there 12 years.
For over 200 years, Americans have played baseball while conquering a continent, warred with one another and enemies abroad, struggled over labor and civil rights and the meaning of freedom. At its heart, mythic contradictions. An exhilarating democratic sport which tolerates cheating and has excluded as many as it has included. A profoundly conservative game that often manages ahead of its time.
You have played in more ball games, you have made more hits, you have stolen more bases, and you have scored more runs than any player that ever lived.
So what can we learn from the legacy of Ty Cobb? He was undoubtedly one of the best to play the game, and this new evidence suggests that he may not have been the grumpy old monster many thought him to be. Was he perfect? No, but none of us are. All we know for sure is that the more we learn about the legend of Ty Cobb, the greater it becomes.